Hello, I'm Janelle Brandt, the Great Plains Zoo's registered veterinary technician and registrar, and I wanted to share with you my conservation trip to Madagascar the summer of 2018. I was able to be a part of a team that helped with the seize of 10,000 radiated tortoises that were in illegal trade. As you can see, they were completely full to the brim, living in filth. They had no access to food or water. One of the organizations that assisted with the illegal trade seize was the Turtle Survival Alliance. They assist with fieldwork, conservation, enforcing wildlife laws. Here's a map of Madagascar. After a few days of international travel, I landed in the capital of Tana. From there, I took an in-island flight to Tuliar, then boarded a zebu cart, which you will see, into the ocean, which I then boarded a speedboat. That was about an hour-long ride until I got into a pickup for a few more hour ride in the desert, and then I got to the village of Intampulu, where the 10,000 radiated tortoises had made it for their final care facility. Here is a zebu cart into the ocean. This is the speedboat that we took. Here is an article from the Turtle Survival Alliance going over the efforts of moving 10,000 tortoises from the initial location to their long-term care facility in Intampulu. This is Team Radiated number 7 that I was a part of. We were the last group to come over and assist with the care of these tortoises. We had staff members from North Carolina, Bronx Zoo, Great Plains Zoo, and then Boris, our translator. This is the view of our hospital. It was just built. It does not have any plumbing or electricity. Looking from the hospital out into the care facility, we had a lot of pens divided up based on size. As you can see, everything is in their native Madagascar habitat. This is our hospital pen. This is where we would assess our patients that needed extra care and medical treatments. Here's the overview of another pen in the natural vegetation. This shows the facility broken up into multiple groups. We have them according to size and needs based on ICU. Here's some of the animal care staff going over weight, measurement, size of the tortoises, and then logging them once they get an ID number. Here's painting their ID numbers on them so that everybody was accounted for. Each tortoise then is placed into their appropriate pen, given fresh food and water. It is a sight to see housing over 10,000 radiated tortoises. Some of the local villagers would be taking over the animal care responsibilities once we were done with our trip. So they are making diets out of cactus leaves for the tortoises. This is looking into our hospital facility. We have another technician and a veterinarian going over treatments. Each morning we would get the ICU and hospital tortoises into their pens, give them a physical exam, assess any issues that arise, and then they would get soaked for hydration. This is one of our little medical kits. Some eye ointment, antibiotics, pain medication, and some nutritional support. Here's one of our daily activity logs going over how many patients we have in ICU and hospital, any that were admitted from the general population, any that were transferred back into the general population, any that were found deceased, or any necropsies that were performed. Another care sheet going over treatments. and then each individual problem log of any concerns, histories, treatment plans. Assessing some ocular issues with this tortoise, any oral lesions. A lot had issues due to malnutrition. Had a cleft palate. Several with shell damage. Doing a physical exam. Getting an antibiotic injection. We would take blood to assess any hydration or anemia concerns. This is our necropsy tent. This would help keep things as clean as possible and flies away while we were assessing any concerns. After we left, the villagers would become the animal care team for that facility, and so we were training them on medical injections, how to assess with any tube feeding that would need to be done for nutritional support. This was team number 7's medical care, made up of 2 veterinary technicians and a veterinarian. This was our entire team. We had the group that traveled from the States along with the native villagers that helped with the animal care and our translator. A dividing wall that was built to help with poachers also had another species of endangered tortoises on the grounds. This was a spider tortoise that was also being cared for at this facility. This is the back of the bungalows where we were able to stay. Each had a separate house, and then we had one communal where we would receive all of our meals. We also were able to have a few adventures after work. So this was wild ringtail lemur inside of a cave one evening. We were also able to see a very large baobab tree. This is the view from the ledge above the care facility that we worked at. We were able to take a hike to the top of it. Near the top there was a cave that we were able to go inside and explore. I wanted to thank the Great Plains Zoo for giving me this opportunity to be a part of a conservation trip to help with the seas of these 10,000 radiated tortoises.